Good evening. I thought I was always with the technical stuff here. Here we go. Always with the technical stuff. Good evening. I apologize about not hopping on last night. I was sick as hell and I was up late. Still didn't feel good today, but I went ahead and got a lot of stuff done. Uh, Dropped a lot of members' videos and public videos as well because we're going to be getting into this stuff tonight. A lot of stuff to get into. That's why it's probably going to be a little bit of a lengthy show this evening because we're going to be going over Micah and Amber's case tonight. I came across this video a few days ago. Shout out to the content creator. I enjoy what they're doing. They put out a lot of good information, a lot of good theories and opinions. They were talking, they made a video about how they don't, not Micah on the 911. Now, when we first came across Micah's case, right after it happened, one of the first things we checked out was the 911 call. And it was always odd because she never says her name. She doesn't, she wants her family to be found and she wants her location on her phone, but you don't hear her name at all. Well, we don't know because it does sound like it was cut off, but we don't know for sure. Now there's more to it. You know, we need the confirmation. But we always felt that it wasn't her. I know I did. And then when people were discussing AI simulated voice, you know, I had just started. I'm a Nirvana fan. I'm an Alice in Chains fan. It's Stone Temple Pilots. It's a lot of the music that I learned when I was learning how to play guitar back then. And so I've always been a fan of those bands. And, you know, like a few years ago, when AI started to get real popular, they would only need like 30 seconds of somebody's voice, then somebody to sing it, apply the AI filter to it, and boom, it sounds like that artist. But the thing that stuck out to me when it came, I didn't, AI, I don't think so. I always felt it was probably somebody else. Because I refer to Kurt Cobain, raspy voice. When you listen to Kurt Cobain singing Alice in Chains songs, he still has the raspy voice with the AI. But that's the thing with Micah. She had a beautiful rasp to her voice. You don't hear that in the 911 call. So we're going to go over that a little bit. When we got back here about a month ago, that's when recently, about that time period, that's when Solid Rock took down the signs on the building. Now, and I'll show you this here. This is when we first arrived in town, uh, and we got the news. Uh, we got the news that Solid Rock We put some other pictures out there, but this is when I got there. Want to say shout out to Lauren. Thank you for sending those. Uh, this is when we showed up because I went ahead and went out there right away when we got in. It's like, ooh, got to take photos of this. Now, the first week we heard they were just going to repaint. That's what the community was telling me. And then the following week, which would be like the last few weeks, they kept saying it's going to be repainted and renamed. And so it's kind of interesting. Uh, you know, listen, the community talks to me. You know what I'm saying? The people that live there, the people that used to go to church there, they all talk to me. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I have their ear because I already know. You know, I grew up in the streets as a young kid, growing up through my life, and the streets talk. And so, when you're out there in the streets and you're talking to the people and you've gained their trust and their comfort, they reach out to you. You know what I'm saying? Because they know I'm not about the clickbait bullshit. This is about communities, families, justice for the victims. And so uh, we went out there, we got this. That's what they were telling me the last few weeks. You know, it was going to be renamed and repainted. Well, let's hope it gets repainted because look at it. But the interesting thing, because I'm sorry, I would have just left it, bro. Like the white spray paint. This, it is what it is, but the white spray paint. Now it was interesting because the last protest we were there, uh, during one of the morning updates, uh, that's when I was like, huh, that's kind of odd. It's been a few weeks already since they've taken these signs down. Normally, if they're going to take signs down to put new ones up, they would already had the new ones up by the weekend or the following weekend. Let's be honest. They're not going to wait. So that, and then you combine it with there was the orange signs from the entrance to the exit. We mentioned that in the morning, let you guys know, look, there's no signs there anymore. You combine that with the fact that there hasn't been anything replaced yet. uh, the community talks, you know what I'm saying? When the community says the last few weeks there that they're hearing rename and repaint. So when it comes to the stuff that just came out a couple days ago about previously solid rock at Market Common, it's going to be named Living Water Church at Market Common, right? It was always an interesting thing, too. Well, they're not selling it because then this wouldn't be here anymore either, right? If they were taking these down. So it's still going to be Faith First Academy, but it's going to be Living Water Church at Market Commons. And shout out to the people that searched it. You could literally go to the website, look it up, type the name in, and see it for yourself. It's all public. So, wanted to let you guys know that. Also, let me see here. Wanted to share some other stuff here. Yes, contribution call out. So we'll go ahead and switch. Come on. I want to say contribution call out to a few. Let me go ahead and switch this up here. We'll go here. All right, contribution call out. Lee Zimmerman joined a day ago. Carrie Papineau joined a day ago. Kimmy K joined a day ago. Beach Life joined a day ago. Christine, just Christine, rejoined a day ago. A supporter for 2 months plus. Gwen Pate joined a day ago. Lindsay Z rejoined a day ago. Been a member for a month. Thank you very much. Mickey Shell rejoined a day ago. Been a member for a month. Thank you very much. Kalina Sadlin rejoined a day ago. A member for 2 plus on there. You got the 2 plus badge. Shout out to you. Pam Wisdom joined a day ago. And Beach Babe joined a day ago. Thank you so much for your memberships and your contribution. And I say to the community because that's what I do. I just live to try and help all these communities. So I appreciate it very much. Also, I had put a post out earlier about the ducks. Crazy. I was like, what the hell? Went there yesterday. It's like, no, that's a package. I'm like, okay. And yeah, so I was thrown for a loop there. I want to say contribution call out also. Hold on one second. Contribution call out to Christy Taylor with $50 Cash App and $120 Cash App. And she wanted to help be able to get the Mica ducks sent out. So shout out to Christy Taylor. Appreciate you so much. And I'm going to go hit the post office tomorrow, and we're going to send all of them out to you. So thank you so much. Appreciate that. Okay, now let's get rid of that. All right, I apologize. I don't have my usual setup. Let me say what's up to everybody real quick, even though we're just, I don't know, 20 minutes behind in chat, but let's say what's up to everybody. We're going to have a long evening. Going to be going through a couple of the 911 stuff. We have a couple 911 calls from Micah from a while back. We can re-listen to the 911 call after we check out this video. And then after that, we're going to get into Amber's case. There's a lot of stuff to get into. I don't know if you guys have seen the dash cam video. Holy crap, the stuff. I don't understand, you guys. We're going to break it down tonight. I was out there, boots on the ground today, doing work while that premiere was going on, so I apologize. I wasn't in chat very much. I was out on location. But I got a lot of footage to show you. I already uploaded some of it. Some members, you got a bunch of videos specifically for you. Thank you again for your memberships, your support. And we're going to break down that dash cam. That dash cam was crazy, wasn't it? How many people were there when they showed up? Do you have any weapons? No? Oh, okay. What? And they kept saying, this is the crazy thing. They kept saying, that person's got to be around here. That person's got to be around here. And when I'm going to play you guys the video, I don't know if you guys have seen it. I posted it a little bit ago. The Samsung 23 HD version of how I walked from where she was at, real spot, all the way until the person walked up and started walking away. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy, all the stuff that went down in the body cam. Now, what I don't understand is where's the closed captioning, because it's not showing up yet. I don't understand what's up with that. So we're probably going to have to, that's why I'm saying it might be a lengthy show, because we're probably going to have to really break it down tonight, unless all of a sudden the closed captioning shows up. I don't know. I'm not sure. Caddy Mythical, thank you so much. I need some coffee too. Hide and Seek number 4. Synergy number 6. Kim Kitty number 7. Charity number 8. Thank you very much. Bo number 9. Jennifer number 11. Miriam number 13. RC number 15. Kylie ticket 16. Jill ticket 18. Beach Bell ticket 14. What's up? She's chilling for some reason. I don't know. I have my dirty clothes that are in the corner that I was wearing out there today. And maybe she is just enjoying the cool water cologne mixed with the smells of nature. I don't know. But she's chilling. She's chilling on the gear that I wore out there today. So I don't know. It must be the cool water. I don't know. Miriam, thank you. What's up unapologetically? Sally A, thank you very much. April, ticket 19, ticket 21, ticket 21. What's up, Yoli? SOC Rebel, ticket 22, ticket 13, Audrey. Make sure we say what's up to everybody. Crazy though. I'm trying. I'm trying. It was bad. I'm not gonna like be descriptive, but uh, there was nothing left in my stomach at about 2 in the morning. So, oh, it's all good. Hopefully, you're doing okay. We got to have Yoli on for a show again sometime. I miss Yoli. Hopefully, you're doing good, Yoli. Pam 29. Oh gosh, Kylie Lithium. What's up, Becky? You got to get Kylie on for a show too. I'm so slammed, you guys. I'm trying. Steven, what's up, buddy? Lori as well. But the content stayed the same. Shout out to Christy Taylor. I'm shipping them all. They were already in envelopes and everything. Like they were already addresses, envelopes. I have to redo charities though, because she's something. I have to redo the address or something. But yeah, living water. Uh, but yeah, I'm gonna be sending them out now. Shout out to Christy. So thank you, Christy Taylor. Thank you. Give her a bunch of purple hearts in chat, please, because of her, we're sending them all out. Now I'm gonna be and shout out to Jonette. I'm going to be giving away some earrings. Now, there's different, and I'll have a picture for it when we do the show. I'm going to take individual photos, put them all together. So, whoever does win, there are going to be earrings that we're going to be giving it to you guys as well. And there's like angels with purple ribbons, purple boxing gloves, purple hearts. There's all sorts of purple that you can have. So if you wanted like boxing gloves and a ribbon, you wanted to mismatch, you wanted two of the same, whatever. I'm gonna let you guys know how many I have at each, and then whoever wins, you can tell me I want this and that, and there you go. I'm gonna be able to send those out too. Now those shouldn't be but a stamp because they're like flat. You know what I'm saying? They're flat. So the earrings shouldn't be a problem whatsoever. They're flat. Shouldn't be a problem. Now the ducks, I had to rubber band and squish them and then rubber band them, which I did. So they were flat, but they were still about that thick, and that was just, I guess, too much to ship them out with just as a letter. But the earrings will work out. Becky 31, Sarah 39. Yeah, it's a crazy dash cam, isn't it? It's like what, Michael? You saw the dash cam, right? What'd you think of the dash cam? You got a microphone? What are you a content creator, Michael? We gotta have you on sometime if you are. You got a microphone? Let me know, Michael. Shoot, we'll have you on sometime. Let me know. Michael's been so supportive from the very beginning. A local to Myrtle Beach. Oh, you sing. Oh, okay. Well, shoot, if you're not nervous to be on a microphone on the show and you want to join panel sometime, let me know, man. Always came in with knowledge when I came out here first. Help was a huge help with a lot of the stuff, you know. especially right when I first got here. I didn't know where nothing was, and Michael was like, "Yo, go here, go here, go here, go here," right from the get go. So shout out. What's up, Tasha? Aw, you're hanging in there. Prayers. Busy, busy, Yoli. What's up, Jamie? Number 50. Repainting and renaming. Hey. I know pretty much, Jamie. Shit, in the last 5 months. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Oh, thank you. Well, we got new stuff coming too. It's a lot of work, you guys, but we got new stuff coming. I'm starting a new series called Myrtle Beach Mysteries. But I can't take on too much. We'll be able to take on some more here in a couple months as time progresses. Not that it's going to be a couple months until we start. We're going to be getting into it, digging, but we're going to be highlighting other cases as well because there's too much that goes on. There's too much that goes on around here. And as you start to research different ones, because people reach out to you and say, "Can you do me a favor and check this one out too?" And I check it out, and it's like, what is going on? What is going on? So that'll be coming soon. This is part of it, Micah. Now Amber. This is part of it. Myrtle Beach mysteries, because it's a mystery, is it not? It's crazy, you guys. It's sad. You know what I mean? Because these could be your sisters, your mother, your aunt, your grandma, your mom. Even the ones where, shout out Daniel voices with Daniel. Shout out to her. We did a show a few nights ago. Actually, here's the link. Oh, where did it go? Well, we did a show a few days ago um, where we were that crazy 911 call where somebody had said about solid rock. The what's the couple? Hold on 1 second. Yeah, Cynthia and Greg Gobble. Here's the link for that. We had Danielle on. We had Anne on as well. There's the link. If you haven't watched it, she came out with a new update as well. When it came to that, shout out to Danielle. Just came across it. Isn't it weird how things work out in life when you're doing the right thing, going about it the right way? Those things just kind of bam, fumbaloo into your lap. Shout out to her. And shout out to all of them for the hard work too. It is a lot. It is a lot of hard work. It really is. Uh, it really is. All right. So I wanted to share this video here. This is about Micah in the 911 call. Now, we've done quite a few videos. We've had Rosie on, we've had Ann on, we had Yoli on. Yoli, shout out to you. Remember when you joined us when we were discussing uh, Micah's Micah's voice. Here, we'll share it real quick here with you. We'll share the links for him if you want to check them out. So shout out to all those individuals as well. Holy crap, how long ago was it? What the hell? Was it alive? Here we go. Sorry, I don't have my usual setup. All right, here's this one with Rosie. This was from 4 months ago. There's that. Yeah, I used to cover Delphi. I actually covered Delphi. Like if you go to some of my first videos, the first couple weeks, I talked about Delphi quite a bit. Um, Unfortunately, yeah, because I've been up there a few times. Uh, Friends with a couple locals, and uh, it's just the community, the toxicity with it was just like crazy, and it started to affect the community, and so it was kind of one of those. And we were already so deep into Idaho 4 at that point that uh, it was like, you know what, we have a lot of work to do there. Unfortunately, the thing was is there was no updates, you know. um there was a couple different drawings when I was covering it back then. I always thought the drawing, uh the younger one was Tony K, if you know who I'm talking about. To me, that looks like Tony. So I always thought it was Tony. I thought the other one was Keegan. I thought it was Keegan. I thought it was Tony. Uh, but seriously, look at put a flat bill on Keegan and and have Tony standing up next to the second drawing, and tell me they don't look like that. But when it comes to that, isn't it crazy? This is the crazy thing: is there's the hair doesn't match. There's none of his DNA is there. Uh, it's like it's almost like, what is up with these, with some of these investigators? You know what I'm saying? Because it's 2024. How are y'all fucking up so much? How are you all doing just like with Idaho 4? How are y'all just trying to manipulate the evidence to fit a particular individual? Like, this is 2024. Shouldn't we be like way beyond that fucking part? I don't understand it. I really don't. Now, I haven't seen the trial because I've been working on these two. Uh, but I've seen like titles and headlines and stuff like that from the local news up there, and to me it looks like they just didn't have what they needed to have, and that's unfortunate. Just like with Idaho 4, because these families depend on these investigators to do their damn job. You know, they already lost somebody. Something already happened to somebody that they love. They're expecting you to do your damn job, and you don't even do your damn job when that's what you're there for. And if it's truly about justice and truth for the victims, the families, and communities, then why in the hell aren't you doing 150%? Because I'm telling you right now, if I was in that position, damn straight they'd be getting me 150%. I'd be, shoot, I don't know what the hell is going on. It doesn't make any sense, Kylie. It really don't. It really don't. With any of these. Like we're talking Richard Allen, we're talking Micah, we're talking Amber. All three of them. What? Like what? Idaho 4? What? Stephen Smith? What? Well, that was what until we did like our 20 episode deep dive on Stephen Smith and broke it all down. Crazy. Type in Evil CJ Stephen Smith playlist and you guys will see it. We broke that shit down. 6 months later, they turned it into from a from a hit and run to a homicide. So they're and the two people that we were thinking that was the most suspicious out of all of them. I mean, it just made sense when you look at all the evidence. Those are the two that are, have been suspects now for a while. So prayers the right thing happens with that. Yeah, if you guys are ever bored sometime, just go to my first ever, like my first few lives or something and start from there. Seriously, because not only you'll see the rookie me, I have an old microphone until about 3 months into the show. And then I got the microphone I have in the studio now. Um, but yeah, you'll see the show is organic. I've always had to do everything on my own, learn it on my own on how to do this presentation stuff and the different ideas and just don't make fun. Because I can't stand watching the old me. It's been a long time since we had a show where we checked out the old me. But all right, I'm going to share this video with you guys. This is the update on the missing husband and wife. Last seen at Solid Rock. Now, we're not going to get into it tonight, but I do want to share it with you guys. So that way you guys can, save it to a playlist. Shout out to Danielle. Here's her channel. Save it to a playlist and come on back. I always encourage everybody to make a playlist. Here's the link to her channel. If you're just watching on TV and you want to look it up, you can search it with what's displayed on the screen. And
Danielle.
Whoops, I'm going to share the link for the episode. This is the update from a day ago on the missing husband and wife, last seen at Solid Rock on 5/30, 2024. So there's that. There's the link. Now we'll check that out. I'm going to have her on another show here. And I want to talk more about it. We did have her and Ann on the show a few days ago. It was crazy, you guys. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. It's nuts. It's nuts. Cynthia and Greg Gobble. It's nuts. We'll check this out on the next show. Tonight, we are going to. Now, this is Crime and Theories. Shout out to her. Always been a supportive channel. I want to highlight her as well. Always been a supportive channel out there. Makes a lot of great content. Has a lot of great opinions, thoughts, theories. And always explores from all sides. You know what I mean? And that's how. Hey, you don't want to drive a car if you don't have your front windows, your side windows, and your back window, because then you might get in an accident. But there's her link. Definitely go check her out. Now we're going to watch this episode because this is going into the topic that we're going to talk about for a little bit tonight before we get into Amber's case. More on the 911 call. Okay. Now, this is a video saying that a friend spoke when it comes to the 911 call. A friend tells all. So we're going to check this out real quick. Shout out to her. Appreciate her so much and all the work she does. And then we got a couple of 911 calls that we're going to do our own little voice comparison again so you can hear the difference.
Celebrated in Cana of Galilee. It was sanctioned and cheered by the presence of the Lord himself, and is declared by an inspired apostle to be honorable in all. And now, if you, John Paul, and Micah have gathered for the purpose of being joined together in holy wedlock, you and signify this by joining your hands. John Paul, do you take Micah, who you now hold by the hand, to be your lawful and wedded wife?
Yes.
Do you promise to love and cherish her in sickness and in health, for richer, for poor, for better, for worse, and forsaking all others, keep thee only unto her, so long as you both shall live? Do you, Micah, take John Paul, who now stands by your side, and hold you by the hand, to be your lawful and wedded husband? Do you promise to love and cherish him in sickness and in health, for richer, for poor, for better, for worse, and forsaking all others, keep thee only unto him, so long as you both shall live? Do you both mutually promise in the presence of God and of these witnesses that you will at all times and in all circumstances conduct yourself towards one another as becoming husband and wife? That you will love, cherish, and adhere to one another until death do you part? Right. Having taken these pledges of your affection and vows of fidelity, I therefore, by the authority of the state of South Carolina, sanctioned by divine authority, pronounce you, John Paul and Michael, lawfully married husband and wife, in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Ghost. What therefore God has joined together, let not man put asunder. Father God, in the name of Jesus, we thank you now for this time, oh God. We thank you, God, for the ceremony, Lord. God, we pray that you bless it now. In the name of Jesus, we pray. Amen.
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 Now, this was a show. That's why it's that certain setting, because it was supposed to look, I'm just speaking facts here. It was supposed to look like it was a surprise, but they already got married. They already got married. They snuck off and got married before they came back and got married in front of everybody, because they didn't want to tell anybody that they snuck off to get married because they weren't supposed to. So this right here, that's just a show. Ain't that crazy though?
Woo! Peace, love, donuts. Okay, now let's do some pictures with everybody. Kids, y'all come over here.
Yay! A spur of the moment park wedding before the official wedding. Seems romantic, huh? Not in this twisted story. One of Micah's dear friends exposes the dark conversations she had with Micah about their life just weeks before her death.
before her death, what are some of the things she told you that she allegedly went through?
Oh, Lord. Like I said, we talked for 5 hours. And when I say we talked, she talked most of the 5 hours. I think she just was trying to get it all out there. Some really disturbing stories, things he was asking her to do, things that were going on in their marriage, multiple affairs that had been covered up over and over again, not just by John Paul, but by the church. Wrongdoings financially in the church. She was very honest with me about the situation on the 11th that John Paul has made a big deal. She was very honest with me about that. She said, Angela, I have never had an affair on John Paul. And I said, and I just kind of looked at her, that was kind of toward the end of our conversation. I said, Micah, you left him. You're trying to find a lawyer. She was feeling pretty desperate at that point. I'm not going to lie. She had visited several lawyers, paid retainers when she didn't have a lot of money. She was waiting tables. She had to get another car. He had taken everything away from her.
Wow.
He had put his children on her car insurance, and and it drained her checking account. And she woke up one morning, she was $600 in the negative. It was.
So he put his children, who were able to drive, on her car insurance?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He had keyed her car. He had cut her tires. He had, all of these things that Micah was telling me she was going through. I believed her. There was, you could see there was a fear in her, but there was a determination in her. I'm not doing this anymore. I think God had lifted the scales off of her eyes, and I think she was finally seeing things clearly. I think every time she got away, he pulled her back. And when he couldn't pull her back anymore, toying with her emotions, he started using her mental health. And I think Micah really felt like at the end she had been misdiagnosed. I think a doctor had told her they felt like she was possibly misdiagnosed. She told me that she was still on her medication. So, and I'll be honest with you, if she wasn't on her medication at that time, she didn't need it. She was very clear with what she was doing. She had been gathering information, about the church. They tried to shut her out of things, and she had
flash drive full of screenshots and photos from the camera of computer that you can't get a printout of, and whole bunch, that flash drive.
She had worked hard to try to gather information. She knew that she was going to go through a nasty divorce. She knew it was going to be hard. I think she was fearful. I think if somebody's following you around constantly and you're finding things in your tires and you're finding trackers on your car, and that's scary. That would be scary to anyone. She didn't feel like there was anywhere that was safe.
Robbie Harvey then asked the $1 million question, the biggest topic of discussion surrounding Micah Miller's death. Do you think the 911 call is in fact Micah Miller?
Some emotion, you know what I mean? Like, I had to look at it from a standpoint of what I had witnessed in the past. I had been out of the church for years. A lot had transpired in the time that we left. The first part of me was, I had been told in the past that she had a suicide attempt. Micah and I never really discussed the suicide attempt. I had done enough reading on Micah's medications and things that suicidal thoughts with the medications they had put her on were pretty common side effect of the medication they had started her on. I didn't think it was necessary to discuss that with her. I knew she was hospitalized again. She knew she was hospitalized again. We never talked about it, other than, if you're ever feeling like that, please call me. I'll come get you. I'll do whatever you need me to do. But we didn't have a lot of conversations. I had to have that in mind. You know what I mean? When I was told there was a 911 call pretty early on. But when I heard it, it sounded like Micah's voice. Yes. I mean, I have to admit that it sounded like her voice. It didn't sound like her. And I don't know how to explain that other than the phrasing, the inflections in her voice. It was just flat. Like there was no.
Yeah, when you're listening to her voice, there's different emphasis on different syllables of different words, specifically towards the end of a lot of the words. There's an extra emphasis. When you have extra emphasis, that's when the raspy gets raspier. You see what I'm saying?
It wasn't Micah. You know what I mean? In the sense of, it wasn't Micah in the sense of how she sounds, how she acts, how she puts her sentences together. You know what I mean? And the inflections in her voice, it just didn't feel like Micah. And I expected to feel very emotional when I heard that phone call. And I didn't feel that at all. I kind of felt confused.
A dear friend of Micah's doesn't even believe that was her on the 911 call. Nobody believes that that was Micah on that 911 call. Also, did you guys notice in this interview, she calls out the church for covering up JP Miller's affairs and wrongdoings. And that's exactly what Micah was doing leading up to her death.
Yeah, that's why, when you look at the timeline, she had to have a flash drive. Now, I'm going to show you we're going to go through the 911 calls real quick. We're going to play 3 different 911 calls. We're going to play the 911 call, the 911 call from the Lumber River State Park. And then we're going to play other ones where she called in shortly before that when she was trying to get wellness checks on there. Now, before we used the Facebook posts where she was talking on Facebook, tonight we're going to be using the ones where there were the 911 calls, the wellness calls and such. All right, so I wanted to share that again. Let me see. We'll share her channel again. Shout out to her. She does a lot of work for Micah's case. All right, here. Good points though too. Now I need to do a poll because I want to ask you. I want to ask you guys if you think the 911 call is Micah. Give me 1 second. I'll set that up real quick. Now, there's going to be other theories, AI, whatever. I'm interested to know. Now, it sounds to me like the friend was thinking maybe the AI route, right? Which it could be. What's up, Lori? Which it could be, but I think it was somebody else. I don't know. The interesting thing is that she doesn't say her name. Does not say her name. All right, so the poll's up. If you want to vote, go ahead. Now, I do want to share something real quick, though. This was from the protesters. They went out to Lumber River State Park. Hold on 1 second. They went out to Lumber River State Park, and they put together this really awesome little video for a memorial. It was 6 months and they went out there to do something special. And I just want to say shout out to all of them. We love them, appreciate them so much. Don't see a poll. YouTube is being weird. Some people told me they had to unsub and sub again because they couldn't chat. But once they unsubbed and subbed, then they were able to chat. Because YouTube, I don't know, it's always buggy. Beach Bell, maybe back out. Make sure you close it out and come back in. I know I have to do that multiple times during the show because literally the chat will freeze, it'll disappear. It's just constant with YouTube. It's like a norm anymore, and it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. All right, so we're going to check this out. This was from the protest. It does have some music in the background, but I'm going to play it for you guys. Just great photos, and just a beautifully done little video that they did. I thought it was really neat. Mash some purple hearts in chat and some prayer hands for the protesters out there. Look at that, purple hearts, purple flowers. Look at all those. It's so beautiful. Look at those photos. Look at those photos. It's up to you, Analytical. You can vote now if you want, or you can vote after we do the 911. It's up to you. So neat, though. Great photos. Look at these photos. Just want to say, let me put the clappy hands. Let's put the clappy hands up for the protesters. They're so awesome. They're so awesome. Great photos. Different memories. Awesome. Awesome stuff. What a beautifully done. Beautifully done. All right. So now we're going to get in to these calls. Okay. So I'm going to play all three of them without any interruptions, no music. I'm going to be on mute. We're going to play all three of them in order. And then we'll revisit, okay? That way, if anybody needs to come back and you can just rewind, listen to all three of them in a row. You know what I'm saying? And then we can talk about it. So I'm going to do that first now. There is a trigger warning. All right. There is a trigger warning. Let me put this up here in the top right. Right up there, you see, top right of the screen, warning, graphic content. Now, there is going to be some graphic content, graphic words, and all three of them, because you're going to hear different things. Okay. But we're going to play all three of these beginning to end. I'm going to put closed captioning on. We're going to mute the music. All right, we're going to mute the music. I'm going to hit me. All right, here we go. We're going to play all three of them in order. Thank you all for being here. Ticket 66. Thank you all for being here. This is the 911 call from Lumber River State Park. Then the other two, the wellness checks from just short time before.
Robeson County 911, what's the address of your emergency?
Hi, are you able to trace the location of my
Let me see. You don't know where you're at?
National Park?
Where are you calling me from?
843-655-5242.
Where's the park located at?
In Bear Bluff?
Let's see.
I have my location on, I think, on my phone. Find my phone. I just did my my location.
Okay, I'm showing, one second. I don't think you are in Robeson County. Are you at the Lumber River State Park?
Yeah, that's where I am.
Okay. Tell me what's happened.
I'm about to kill myself, and I just want my family to know where to find me.
Okay, ma'am. Just listen to what I'm saying, okay? Let me make sure I got the exact location where you're at, okay? Just 1 minute.
Hello?
Horry County Dispatch, Wolfson.
Hey, Officer Wilson.
How can I help you?
I'd like to do a wellness check, Officer Wilson.
Okay, what's the address?
It's Coldwater Circle.
What city?
Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
What's your name? What's the callback number for you?
And what's your first initial of your name, just so that whenever I call back, I get the right Officer Wilson?
I'm not a police officer. You can just ask for anybody. What was the address one more time, please?
Coldwater Circle, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, 29588.
Okay. Can you tell me exactly what happened?
Yeah, there's a laptop there that's got naked pictures of me on it. And there's some people staying at my house that I didn't invite into my house. And I'm out of town. So I was just hoping there would be a wellness check and make sure there's no cars parked at my house that I don't recognize the license plate of. Or if you could just take down those license plate numbers for me to review later, just to do a wellness check. And also maybe even pursue the property that I'm saying has naked pictures of me on it.
Okay. I can have an officer give you a call. I don't know exactly what they can do. So where are you located at right now?
Bucky's gas station in Florence.
Florence? Okay. Okay, you'll probably have to make a
Yeah, I
report
just want to
with an
make sure
officer
that
once
that
you get
laptop
back.
just doesn't end up in the wrong hands.
Okay, so who has the laptop with your pictures on it?
It's in my home, but I currently have guests staying at my home that I did not invite there. And so I'm kind of concerned that while I'm out of town, they might use that laptop for malpurposes. I don't 100% know who's there right now, but if it's who I think is there, maybe my husband's son who hit on me the other day in my kitchen without my husband there. And I told him flat out, this isn't appropriate and you need to leave. And that's on record because he texted my husband and I told my husband what happened.
Okay, so
And he might be staying at my house. And my husband's sister's been staying with us and I did not invite her to stay with us. And I don't trust her further than I can throw her with my property that has naked pictures of me on it.
I'll have an officer give you a call because I don't know exactly what they're going to be able to do. I mean, your husband invited them into the house?
Right, but it's my house as well. It's my dwelling, and I did not invite them to be there.
Okay, I'll have an officer give you a call.
I just need a wellness check. Yeah, I just need a wellness check. Take the license plate of anybody that's there right now because I might not recognize them, and they might be invited into my home without me while I was away. But I just want to make sure nothing weird is going on in my house, and also to retrieve property that's got naked pictures of me on it.
Okay, like I said,
and actually, there's two laptops. There's two laptops that have naked pictures.
Okay, like I said, I'll have the officer give you a call and see what they're able to do, okay?
Yeah, if I can prove, I just had a question you might be able to answer. If I can prove that there's naked pictures of me on the laptop, would that give them cause enough to retrieve them?
I'm not a police officer. I can't give you legal advice, but that's something you can ask the officer, okay?
Sure. Thank you so much, Officer Wilson.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Okay, dispatch, Diana.
Hi, Diana. I'm needing somebody to go to my house, the house that I currently reside in. Me and my husband are separated, and since I was admitted to the hospital, I have been told that he's taken possession of my phone, laptop, and car, which are all in my name. How do I get a deputy out there to get those items surrendered over to be temporarily held until I get out of the hospital?
You want an officer to go to your home and temporarily hold your items?
My personal property, yeah, it's got very, very, very sensitive information of me on those items that I don't trust are not being used for against me, I guess you would say.
198 County 10-4. So your husband?
We're legally separated. We both have lawyers and we're pursuing divorce.
Copy.
And he took possession of my items while being hospitalized.
I will put this in here for an officer. I'm not sure what they'll do.
And it's my phone, my
69.
laptop, and my car. And my phone and laptop have naked pictures of me on them.
Okay, what is your address? Copy. I also have a police radio, so bear with me. I'm trying to do more than one thing at a time. All right, what's your home address?
Coldwater Circle, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, 29588.
Coldwater Circle. All right, and what is your name? Your phone number?
843-6. Well, do you want me to just give you the hospital's number? Because if you call my number, he's going to answer.
Yeah, just the number we can contact you with.
Lee, can I get a number to this place so if they call me back?
Okay. And do they need to ask for a certain room number? Which hospital are you at?
South Strand.
Okay.
And while I was admitted here, my husband, who were legally separated, swooped in and claimed my personal items as my husband, not as my legally separated husband, and my car and my laptop.
So were they like brought to the hospital and he took those items?
Yeah.
Okay.
And now he's going through my phone and texting people impersonating me.
Okay. Do you want the officers to come to you to make a report about this?
No, I'd rather them just show up at the house because he works from home. He's a pastor doing this.
Five 10.
And I'd like it to be as soon as possible because from what I hear from just people calling me at the hospital that it's been multiple people that he's sending out messages from my phone saying it's me, but it can't be because he has my phone.
Okay.
And the phone is in my name. It's not a dual phone, and it's the bill is in my name and everything.
328.
And the car is in my name. The car insurance is in my name. Everything. The laptop,
Copy.
and he's taken advantage of me being in the hospital, and he's taken possession of them, even though we're legally separated and both have lawyers and everything.
What is the name of this car? Okay, if it's a vehicle that's been repossessed, you'll have to contact that financial institution. Right, but in order to find
And you want the officers to hold on to your belongings or take them to the hospital?
They can actually be put in a holding locker or something at the police department that only I can get them out, if that's okay. I just need them to be confiscated and put in a holding thing. And I get out, I believe on Monday is when they're released. I have my release date with the charts and stuff on Monday is when they'll think I'll be fully recovered.
And is he at home right now, do you know?
He probably will be, yeah.
What's his name?
John Paul Miller. And if you cannot get Officer Wilson to do this because they are friends, he's a parishioner at our church, so I think it would be a conflict of interest.
Wilson?
Yeah. It would be a big conflict of interest because he is a church
name?
elder. Brian?
Yeah. No, he won't.
Okay, good. It would just be a really big conflict of interest, and I'd hate to put him in the middle of it anyway.
Description? Is he black, white, Hispanic?
He's white, male.
How old is he?
44.
And do you
His
live at
sister,
that home as
Lacey,
well?
lives with them.
Do you live with him?
Not currently, no.
All right, we'll get an officer dispatched as soon as possible. Just call us back if anything changes or if you have any further information.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye. Robeson County 911, what's the address of your emergency?
Hi, are you able to trace the location of my
Let me see. You don't know where you're at?
National Park?
Where are you calling me from?
843-655-5242.
Where's the park located at?
In Bear Bluff?
Let's see.
I have my location on, I think, on my phone. Find my phone. I just did my my location.
Okay, I'm showing, one second. I don't think you are in Robeson County. Yeah, the Lumber River State Park.
Yeah, that's where I am.
Okay. Tell me what's happened.
I'm about to kill myself, and I just want my family to know where to find me.
Okay, ma'am. Just listen to what I'm saying, okay? Let me make sure I got the exact location where you're at, okay? Just 1 minute.
Hello?
Is that better? All we hear is static. Now it's on mute. Can you hear me now? Well, I might have to get my cordless headset that I use when I'm out on vacation. It doesn't sound. Is this better? How's this sound? Does it sound okay? All right, hold on. Give me 1 second. All right. Let me see. Hopefully, y'all can hear me. Hold on one second. Can you all hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. I don't hear any music. All right. Can you all hear me? Loud and clear. Okay. Does this sound the best? Let me know if this sounds the best, because I don't know. Normally, I use my Turtle Beach Battle Buds, but for some reason, I tried using the wireless headset that I use when I'm out on location. It wouldn't connect to the computer. Wouldn't connect to the computer. But I got this like little microphone. I think I used it out in Idaho. And it was just a backup microphone just in case something went out. So let me know if this sounds better. I'll just start using this one if it sounds better. I don't know. All right, I apologize about that. Now, back to what we were talking about. I apologize again. The 911 call. When it came to it, when we first heard it, it's like her friend was saying. It's like her friend was saying. It sounds like her, but not her. And that's the perfect way to put it. It does sound like her, but it's not her. If she was really trying to have her family locate her, wouldn't she make sure that the 911 operator also knew her name? Interesting thing as well. The AI, it's gonna, like I instantly thought, when AI became a topic, I instantly thought Kurt Cobain singing Alice in Chains. It's wow, what the things that you can do with AI. But at the same time, it would have copied that too. The different emphasis on different parts, and so that's why I played the 911, played the two 911s after that, and then ended with that 911. So that way you guys can, if you guys want to go back, re-listen to it, no interruption, no music, captions, all that stuff. You guys can. I've already went through it before, a long time ago, a couple times, with different people, and I don't know. I just never. That's one of the reasons why we started really covering the case, because if you look at the evidence and then even the 911 call, some don't make sense. It does not make. Yeah, it didn't have her personality. Exactly. All right, so now we're going to get into Amber's segment of the show. And give me 1 second. I've kind of had to rearrange all of my stuff here. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some photos. Okay. I'm going to show you some footage. I'm going to show you, we're going to do a 2012 walk around. You guys are going to see what it looked like then, what it looks like now. You're going to see all the differences. Okay. Now, when it comes to this photo right here, this right here is this is the gas station footage. This is what she was wearing shortly before the crime took place. And then this is her walking out. Now, they have not released the video where she paid her cable bill. They have not released that. But we're going to read an article. Shout out Verbonica. We're going to read an article from 2013. Had some interesting things. There's certain names to check out. And like I said, when we first came across this in the beginning, a few weeks ago, 2-3 weeks ago, I feel like there's a tie to the university. I feel like this person went to the class. I feel like there's an answer that lies at that university. In the records, there's an answer. And I even feel like they possibly worked where she worked too. Just like I said, the fiance was over in London, lived over in London. Dude was in the friend zone, trying to dominate her time in the friend zone. Well, maybe one day she'll see how much I've done for her, right? Maybe one day she'll see. I'll be stuck in the friend zone and I'll just keep helping for. She's got to see it one day, right? One day she's got to see how good I am, right? That dash cam is crazy, y'all. That dash cam video is crazy. All right, so there's the last photo. Now, I'm going to show you guys the 2012. I'm going to show you the 2012 photo of the area, okay? Now, you're going to see, I'm going to show you real footage. I'm going to explain to you where it's at now, what it looks like. I use key references. If you haven't checked out the videos I uploaded earlier, definitely check them out. We're going to go through them tonight. Because when it comes to this area, the clarity of the atmosphere, even the traffic as I'm taking the video, even the traffic, I'm even going to go and make sure that I can get you 4:30 on a weekday. And this right here, the footage that I'm going to show you today, I actually took and got to take that footage around 3:30 today. Now, I did take other footage before that. That's for a later date. We're going to we're going to be focusing on the dash cam, the surrounding area, what it used to look like, what it looks like now, and give you all that perspective. Now, here's a key thing you guys want to focus on. One of them, okay, is this fence. See that fence right there? Keep a mental picture of this fence, because this fence has not moved. This fence has always stayed the same, and you're going to need it when we're going to be talking about the key different areas, okay? So basically, when the law enforcement officer pulls in, they pull in right here, they come back around, and they go back this way, and they go behind those trees. If you're looking straight at my hand and we go straight back, this is where her vehicle ends up being, okay, on the dash cam footage. That's where the officer finally pulls up. So again, the officer is going to be pulling in right here, stopping here a little bit, coming around. He's going to pull up, turn over here, and then right where this tree's at, off to the left, straight back, is where Amber's vehicle was parked, running the whole time. You can see the exhaust moving based off of the wind. Okay. So again, keep in mind, you got the fence, you got the entrance, you got the line of trees, you got the other entrance. Now when you see the drainage pipe, that drainage pipe is right here, y'all. That drainage pipe is right here. So when you hear drainage pipe, you see drainage pipe in my footage. Right here's drainage pipe. You got the entrance, line of trees. You got the entrance. Keep focus on that fence, okay? Now, the reason why it's important is because I'm going to show you this photo. Now, this is going to be important not only when it comes to the 2012 walk around, but also when it comes to the dash cam, okay? Now, you see right here, you see the officer entered right here. Again, line of trees, entrance, here's the fence, entrance, line of trees, entrance, okay? Now you can see you come back and you go straight back, you turn to the right. So remember when I said the tree and off to the side a little bit? Right here is where her vehicle was at. Tree off to the side a little bit. We go back to this photo. Okay. Tree, line of trees, tree off to the side a little bit. Right here is where her vehicle would have been parked. Okay. Now, this is 2012. You're going to see in the dash cam the foliage from that point. Now it looks totally, totally different. Okay. Now, her body, when you're looking at the photo back here, now keep this in mind too, because this is important when it comes to the dash cam and the conversations that take place. You got the vehicle right here, line of trees off to the side. See that big chunk of trees right here? Little tree right here. Off to the side is where her body's at. So now we're going to go back to here. We're going to go back to this photo. Now you can see you got the line of trees. Okay. You got a tree here. Right over here is where she would have been laying, past this tree. This was 2013 is when it took place, but this photo is 2012. So there's not going to be much difference. You're going to see it in the dash cam. You're going to see the trees on your left. You're going to see them pull in. I'm trying to give you a better visual of where the dash cam is taking place when you see these photos. Now, when it comes to the officer and how they got there, this is the route that they took, okay? So, when you're here, let me pull up the maps real quick. Okay, so right here, okay, right here is where she was found, and over here was her body. Okay. Now keep in mind, when I show you the real footage, I'm gonna show you. I stand by where she was at, and I basically give you the angle of the person getting away, and I'm gonna show that before we get into the dash cam. Okay. Now the officer was coming down. It starts the dash cam starts right about here. Okay. After they turned off Robert Edge Parkway, and you'll see it drives, and they come down Old Sanders Road, come by Atlantic Breeze Drive. You'll see this road right here in the dash cam, the dirt road that's angled, that goes from one side to the other. That's Fire Tower Road. And then you see them pull in right here, drive on back, and then they get to the spot back here where her vehicle was found, and she was found right up in this area. Okay, so keep that in mind when we're showing you, when I'm showing you the footage of the person, basically where they were standing, where she was at, where the vehicle was at, and then how that person got away. There's the vehicle right there, stuck. You can see the exhaust, car running. Yes, they're doing a whole bunch of building there, and that's why I went. I'm going to be taking more footage the next couple days because I need to document everything before it's gone, because it is going to be going away here pretty soon. Okay, so again, I gave you the aerial view. Now I'm going to give you the view on the ground from right now, and then you're going to see what it looks like. So here's the video. Let's play the Samsung version. Hold on. Okay, I believe it is this one right here. Okay, so from right here, we're going to walk back close to the location of where her vehicle was and then her body was when it comes to the current view compared to what was there. Now, I've heard some rumblings from the community about what might be being built here. If they are correct, it's going to be a massive project. And I want to make sure that we can document this before it's gone. All right, so as we're standing right here, you got the fence. Remember, keep in mind, the fence, okay? That's one thing that's never changed, is the fence. You got the middle, then you got the drainage pipe with the trees. Now, right about here, as we're looking here, is where that line of trees would have been, okay? Right here. You got the fence. You got the drainage pipe. All right, now remember, fence, drainage pipe. So when we go back to this photo, because you have to see both of them. When we go back to this photo, you see fence, okay? This is how much it's changed. You see fence, it's always been there. And then over here, drainage pipe, okay? Drainage pipe, fence, vehicle back here, body over here, okay? So as we're looking straight ahead, this is what I'm referring to on this video right here. The drainage pipe with the trees. Now, right about here, as we're looking here, is where that line of trees would have been, okay? Right here. You got the fence. You got the drainage pipe. All right, now we're gonna walk back. Now I'm gonna go to the line of trees. Now, obviously, when you're watching the dash cam, it'd be on the path to the right. So if you're looking and we're pulling in, here's the path to the right, here's the path to the left. This would be where the line of trees was at. So right about here would be where they were pulling into the muddy spot, kind of turning to the left. Okay, so when you're looking at this photo, They're pulling in right here. Okay, so we walked straight right where this tree's at. See where my hand is on this photo? This is straight ahead of where we were at. Whoops. This is straight ahead of where we were at, right here. Okay. So as they're pulling in, coming around to the left, pull up behind the car, that's when you see this spot right here. The left. Now they'd be turning up to the left, and right where that stake is, to the right, is where the vehicle would have been. Right off to the right of that stake, just a little bit off to the right, is where the vehicle was sitting. I'm going to show you where the body was. Now, this is why it's important, because I'm going to show you how quick this person could have got away from where they were standing at her body. Watch. And her body would have been right there. Now, as we're looking to this bridge, this is the way that I think the person left the crime scene. I don't think they walked that way. I don't think they walked that way or that way. What I think they did is they went right for this area right here. On the 2012 walk around, you can see that the bridge does have that walkway. So when you see it on the 2012, let me show you real quick so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so when we switch to this right here, this is the entrance. You got the drainage pipe right here. Okay. Let me switch to 2012. You got the drainage pipe right here. You got the drainage pipe right there. Okay. Drainage pipe. Fence. Okay. Now you see this right here, right? 2012. August of 2012. I want to show you that this did exist. So we're going to hop up here. We're going to hop over here. We're going to hop right here and see where it says July 2012. Look. The walkway did exist when this crime took place. You can see it at the July 2012. This walkway that I'm going to show you was already there. That's why I feel when the person is standing where they are, this is why. Watch how close I go from the scene of the crime until I just look like some regular person walking down the walk path. On the 2012 walk around, you can see that the bridge does have that walkway that I've showed you already. And I'm going to show you the path that this person probably would have ran to get away. And I'm just walking. Now I'll have to pause it one short second so I can get on the other side right here. And we'll continue from there. We're on the other side of this fence now. And I think this person... So imagine this person where I'm walking already is running. Basically did this. I honestly don't even think they went to that one. Possibly could have. But what I'm thinking is they just went for this spot right here. Running. Ran up here. Running. Came around through here. Ran up along here. pop this. And started walking. Right there. Like, that's it. Just ran and was able to start walking down this pathway that existed in July of 2012. It was there. So when you're hearing law enforcement talk on the dash cam to each other about this, they still got to be around here. Now, there's a lot of people there. People moved stuff. Shoe, phone, purse. People moved evidence. There was a lot of people there. When you see the law enforcement officers show up, you're thinking that it's a whole bunch of police officers, but no. It's a bunch of civilians. The civilian is what flagged the officer in the first place. The body cam is crazy. There's a lot of stuff that's said. It's crazy. All right. So now I'm going to read this article here. This was from 2013. Then we're going to get into this dash cam. Exclusive new details in Amber Brabilia's unaliving case. This was November. The crime took place in May. WMBF News has uncovered exclusive new details in the investigation of Amber Brabilia. The 23-year-old was unalived back in May. Her body left under an overpass. Not really under. As you can see from the photo, it was actually, and I'll show it again real quick. It was actually right there. When you see me running and walking, I'm going in this direction right here. I'm going up this way. I'm coming around, climbing up, hopping up, and I'm walking down that walk path as I exit. The scene of the crime. Again, that video going right along this way. I wish there was an easier way to switch screens. All right. It said detectives and Amber's family have released never before seen surveillance video of Amber just hours before, as well as voice messages that represent the last thing she said. Amber's voice on the home answering machine rang out, "Hey Mom, it's Amber, and I'm fine, and I'm coming home soon. But I just wanted to tell you that I'm getting married. Laughter, I'm engaged. I just wanted to call you and tell you." Those are words we're hearing for the very first time. One of the last voice messages 23-year-old Amber left for her mother, Michelle. Amber's engagement to her Spanish boyfriend was just one of the many things this young woman had to live for, and why her sudden passing has crippled the North Myrtle Beach family. "The hardest part is missing her. I miss her so much," said Amber's mother, Michelle Robinson. Michelle says this simply happened to the wrong person. Amber was a social butterfly. She had friends from school. She had friends from work. She put herself through school. I was looking through those papers. She owes nothing. She kept right on top of everything, her rent and everything. She paid off all of her student loans, everything. Sometimes during the afternoon of May 3rd, Amber's body was found along Old Sanders Road. It was basically about 4:30 in the afternoon, but the crime took place between 4 and 4:25. They did feel a faint heartbeat, and her body was still warm. So between 4 and 4:25. And unfortunately, I think the crime took place probably closer to 4:15, because just based off the evidence, I don't want to be too graphic, you know what I'm saying? But just based off the evidence, I feel like the crime took place between 4 and 4:15. She had her last moments of life after 4:30. So I don't want to be too graphic, but just based off the evidence, that's what it's saying to me. Sometime during the afternoon, her body was found. Her car was running. Her phone was chirping with email and missed call alerts just a few inches from her fingertips. Now, this is according to witnesses, because the witnesses moved the purse and the phone and the shoe. So when it comes to this statement right here, her phone was chirping with email and missed call alerts just a few inches from her fingertips. That's what's being reported from the witness that moved the phone. She had been injured severely and was deceased at arrival. She was near when you listen to the dash cam, they did say that they could still feel a faint heartbeat or two before she was gone. She was near her vehicle and there were no witnesses on scene, says Horry County Police Detective Jonathan Martin. She was hit with something in the head twice, where she had a fractured skull twice. Again, that's why I feel like the crime took place 15 to 20 minutes before she was found, and the officer had felt her last heartbeat, because there was only two. Just based off the evidence, it's unfortunate. But Michelle says Amber didn't go down easy, which she didn't, because you can hear the officers talk about the struggle. And like I said, I feel like the person was struggling to get her arms behind her back so they could use their knees while she was face down to hold her arms to then do what they did to her. Michelle says she didn't go down easy. Something was evident at Amber's wake. The man made me have her wear a long sleeve dress to cover up the bruises and the cuts on her arms. There was a fight. She put up a good fight, they said. Now, when they're talking, and this is why, now it's not been put out there for sure, but this is why from the beginning I always felt like the fractures took place in the back, because if it took place in the front, they wouldn't be worried about the long sleeve dress. You know what I'm saying? It would probably be a closed casket situation. And so that leads me to believe that the injuries either took place on the top rear or the very back of the skull. And I really feel like, based off of the only two strikes and all of the damage that did take place, I feel like it took place in the very back of the head, which would go along with the injuries of somebody getting struggled down face first, arms behind their back, with the person that's going to commit the crime with their knees holding the arms, and then they have two free hands, one to control what they're about to strike, and the other hand what they're going to strike with. And so that would be consistent with, and maybe there wasn't a lot of sound after the initial chase down, and so therefore she was face first in the ground, and they had to just struggle to get control, and then they were that. That's just what the evidence is telling me. Obviously, I still have to dig more, but she did not go down easy. Now, 6 months old, the case, which back then, this is 6 months, article 6 months later, still considered active. Detectives are being very careful what they share for fear of compromising their case, which they haven't shared a lot. What we do know is that Amber was last seen paying her cable bill around 1 in the afternoon at this Time Warner office on Main Street, less than a mile from where her body was found. Shortly before that, she stopped at a Murphy's gas station to fill up. They want to know, like, basically who led her, who forced her, how did it even happen? Now the fiance, again living in London, was already cleared. I feel like it was somebody that was stuck in the friend zone trying to, and couldn't take it. And it got to the point where she was moving, graduating, moving, leaving the country, going to get married in a few short weeks, and this person couldn't take it anymore. If they couldn't have her, nobody could. Detective Martin is always among the crowd at the vigils. Just wants to make sure that the family knows he's still there. Let me see. Let me read the rest of the article here. Let me see here. Horry County Police say they have ruled out Amber's immediate family as suspects in this case. It also appears unlikely that those friends closest to Amber know anything about it. Basically, they don't even have any suspects, any persons of interest, no answers, or nothing. As far as we know, she was not. I really feel like I said from the beginning, when I first came across this, I automatically felt somebody that she went to school with, somebody that probably got a job at where she worked to try and be around her more, got stuck in the friend zone early on, and then wanted to play it off like he was just being friends when the whole time dude had ulterior motives because he wanted to make her want him. And when she still didn't want him after he felt invested, then that's where the passion and the rage come from. That's where that takes place. Now, what I don't know and what I haven't, I basically showed you how I think the person got away. I showed you who I think did the crime. I showed you how I think they did the crime. Uh, what I don't know yet, is why this road. Why this road? Not only why this road, but right here, you know? Now, I'm going to show a couple things real quick because there was some questions about if this house still existed back then. Okay. So when I go to show you, let's switch. I'm going to basically do a 2012 walk around to show you all what it looked like from back then. Okay. So we're going to walk down this street to show you what it looked like. All right. So I've heard a couple different things. I've heard a housing development, and I've also heard a certain business that is coming to North Myrtle Beach. All right, let me see here. So we're going to go here. Now, again, this is August of 2012, okay? Now, when I'm showing you guys a video that I took today, giving you guys reference points from the fence, the drainage pipe, I show you guys the trees. I show you how there's barely any trees and then it just starts to grow. Those are all the reference points that I'm talking to in the video that I put out earlier. Okay. So this is August 2012. You can see it in this part of the screen here. August 2012. This is what it looked like when the crime took place. Okay. You can see the fence is still there. You can see it's got a slope area, and this fence has been there the whole time. This fence is still there to this day. Both of these fences are still there to this day. So as we're walking along, still 2012, you can see where this vehicle's at. You see where that vehicle's at. Basically, the cop car would have stopped right in front of where this vehicle is at in this photo. Again, this is 2012. You can see the different key points of interest right there. Now, as you can see, the person would have committed the crime. Her body would have been right in this area. And just like I showed you on the video, they basically run along here and go up underneath and go to the other side. Now let's skip ahead. August 2012. This is what it looked like in 2012. Okay. You got both sides. It's mowed. Not a lot going on here. Same fence. Okay. Now watch. Now here's something that's different. Okay. And there's a lot of questions about if there was a house that existed. And yes, there was back then too, the house that I show you on the footage. All right. Now you're going to see, and I'll show you guys this video before we go in because I want to show you guys this area. Now, when I show you the video, there's some trees here. Okay. And there's like a fence right here. So this used to be a drive path. Now it's actually flattened out and is a fence. Okay. And then as you go down the street some more, you can see in 2012 that yes, 2012, just like we showed earlier, there is a house there. There's another house behind there. And when you're looking at the current footage, you'll see the trees that are cleared out, This is an open area, but everything is still the same. Now, this is 2012. Now, as we go down here, you'll see that the business is not there. Okay. Still 2012. You'll see a little shelter building, and then there's nothing. It's just an old open field. That's where that business is at nowadays. So that's the only thing that's different on this side is that this has a building right there now. This has some trees cleared out. There is a metal fence structure right here. And then that's all the differences. This is from 2012. This is what it would have looked like when everything took place. All right, so here's that video for you. So here's a video from current, and you'll see the 2012 when we do the walk around. This is this area right here, and you'll see the drastic change as well. A lot of the trees are cleared out of the way. There's a business back there now. A lot of the trees are cleared out of the way. The house is still back there. There's this structure right here that was built. And you can see that there's the house back there. But this area right here, like I said, in the 2012, you won't see the fence right here or the gate. It's just a bunch of trees, and then there's a bunch of trees right there that have been cleared out since then. So I wanted to give you a view of what the area looked like now. I know there's a lot of questions as to if there was a house there back then, and there was, but you can see this is all still the same except for the memorial. But a lot of these trees have been cleared out of the way, as you'll see in the 2012 Google walk around, and then the trees right there. That is the difference of this area over here. And again, the business that's right next to the underpass. Right there. Now here's the other side that we were mentioning when it comes to the areas over there. The entrance. So this is the last spot where Amber was found. And I'm going to give you guys a little walk around area of where it was, just to give you another perspective based off of the change between what it looks like now compared to what it looked like then. So the reference point is going to be this fence here. Okay. Now, and then all the way up to here too. That's the reference point. Notice, when you look at the 2012 walk around with Google, you'll notice how the trees start here and go up, and a reference point over to here by the drainage ditch. Now in the 2012 footage of the Google, you're going to see that there's a driveway, there's a path with trees in the middle, and then there's another driveway that has two different paths there. A line of trees in the middle, so you want to keep focused on where the line of trees in the middle are going to be, because that's going to tell us exactly where she was at compared to what it looks like then. So here you got the trees kind of building up. You got the entrance right here, which some of the trees were knocked back a little bit, where the officer pulled in. And you'll see on the short video that I did for you guys of what it would look like now when the officer would be pulling in as compared to when you see on the dash cam. So you'll see this area, you'll see that road. They're driving down. As they're driving down, they're gonna pull up and turn into that first entrance with the trees in the middle. That first entrance would be right here. Okay? Again, drainage pipe, trees. You look over at the 2012, you'll notice the trees as they get taller. Right here would be where the officer pulled in. Right about here would be where the line of trees were at. And then about right here is where that fence is. So I'm going to scoot back and give you a different perspective from farther back now. As you can see, the fence. You got the one entrance. You got the dirt with the line of trees. And then you got the other entrance. Again, line of reference, fence, trees going up higher right here. And then across the way, right where that drainage ditch is. Is where it was at. All right. Now, just to give you that perspective, you can see it right there. Oh, that was an old picture. All right, 2012. You can see the trees, the fence, and everything. That way you can see the line of trees, the path on the left, the path on the right. Now we're going to check out this episode from True Crime News, Crime Watch Daily episode that kind of gives you a recap of it, and then we're going to get in to the dash cam. So here's this YouTube channel. This is going to be, again, it's going to have some triggering words, just based off of the conversation, that takes place when it comes to the facts of this case. We're going to check this out. Then we're going to get in to that body cam, the dash cam. I'm sorry, the dash cam. All right, so hold on 1 second. Let me get this switched over. Well, that sucks. That sucks. Another thing that sucks, I don't know, is it echoing? I don't know. I'll probably have to re-air this episode and cut that out. I'm not worried about the views. I'm not worried about the likes. It does help, but at the same time, I don't want to get in trouble there. I didn't think that I would get in trouble, maybe because it's got Chris Hansen or something. I don't know. It's weird. But the other thing that's weird is, for some reason, closed captioning is also not showing up on this either. Right? Shit was crazy. I'm sitting there watching it, and all of a sudden it like just drops. I'm like, oh man. Usually that stuff happens at the lounge. Now, I don't know why this doesn't have closed captioning with it. Here's the dash cam. Here's the video. I'm curious, how many of you guys in here, let me switch this so you can see the whole. There we go. We'll put that up there so you can see it better. Now, I'm kind of curious. I was hoping, and I don't know why, it premiered at noon today, Eastern. I assumed shortly after that, the closed captioning would be available. Now, for some reason, it still is not. So, yeah, it's definitely a bad road to travel on. Here's the link for this episode, okay? And I want you guys to do me a favor. What I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to close this show down. I'm going to have to edit out that part. It's going to be a premiere to be alive or whatever. Actually, I'll just upload it. I'm not even going to make it alive. But what I do have to do is I do have to end the show and edit that stuff out. Now, what we'll do in the meantime is here's the link for this episode. Okay. Do me a favor. If you hear something interesting, when you're listening to it, timestamp. I'm going to have to look at the video settings. I don't know. But do me a favor. Watch this. We're going to have to go into it tomorrow night. And we'll get into it. Tomorrow night. We'll totally dig it down. Instead of only having an hour and a half to do it, we'll go ahead and take 3.5 hours to really dissect it. Hopefully by then, the closed captions will be available. But do me a favor, if you hear something interesting, drop a timestamp in the video and let me know. Let me know what you heard or what you think you heard. Drop a timestamp after that. And then when we're digging through it tomorrow night, I'll go through your guys' comments and we'll click on each timestamp to see if we do hear what you're hearing or not. Okay. So do me a favor, do that. Unfortunately, I do have to end it. You're going to see a video upload of this because I have to trim it. And then, like I said, since maybe the closed caption will work by tomorrow night. If not, because I didn't even get a chance to really listen to the whole thing myself, I might even drop some comments in the comment section about what I heard or what I think I heard, and then the timestamp after that. We'll totally dig it. We'll just make the whole episode tomorrow about digging through the dash cam. We'll have as much time as we need. I do apologize about. I didn't think that I would get in trouble from that channel, but I guess I know from now on we just won't be able to play anything from there. So I do apologize, y'all. Like I said, we'll have more time to dig through it tomorrow. So even though we're not able to do it tonight, it's kind of a bonus because we'll have a lot more time to do it tomorrow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go through all this stuff. If I can get my work knocked out, I might hop over at the other channel, but I got to get this work knocked out first, and then we'll see about that. Got to get the work done. If there's time for play, there's time for play. If not, we got to get rest for the next day. So I do apologize. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll dig it down, check it out again. Like I said, drop comments in there. Let me know what you hear. We'll go through it together. We'll go through it together tomorrow. I appreciate you guys so much. Check out the video uploads, members only, and regular public. Check them out. Appreciate you guys' support. Y'all mean everything to me. Without you, I couldn't do any of this. And it's just about trying to make a difference every single day. Have a peaceful, positive evening. Love you all. And we'll see you tomorrow. I appreciate you guys.